What is up, everybody? It is me, DevilNeverCry, and today I bring you some more DMC news. So for those of you who haven't really been keeping up with Devil May Cry 5's sales numbers, as of June 30th, 2019, Devil May Cry 5 has sold over 2.5 million units. That's across PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, including digital downloads. And the only reason that we know about this updated sales figure is because of Capcom's Platinum page. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's literally a page where Capcom list all of the games that they've created that have sold over 1 million units and hence have that Platinum title. Of course, these figures are updated every so often, especially for games that they've only just released. So in this instance, it wasn't just Devil May Cry 5's sales figures that were updated. There were also games like Resident Evil 2 Remake and Monster Hunter World, those titles come to mind. But regardless, 2 weeks after Devil May Cry 5's release, around the GDC event, we got word that DMC5 had already broken 2 million sales, and that was on the tail end of March, before the Bloody Palace DLC had even launched in the beginning of April. And you gotta remember that, DMC4, it took over a month for it to hit 2 million sales. So for DMC5 to achieve that in 2 weeks, that was fantastic. But since March, all the way up until the end of June, the game sold 400,000 units, and to some people that might seem fairly low, considering it took 2 weeks for it to just hit 2 million. But you gotta understand that for a single player game that doesn't have a constant roadmap of new content, it's fairly standard. You also got to take into account Capcom's fiscal year report, which I covered back in May when that was released, where they said that DMC5 had successfully reinvigorated the brand, implying that there were new things in the pipeline and many things were to come. So before people start fearmongering saying that DMC5 was a flop, or that people are talking about how the series is going to go dormant again, just keep those comments in mind. Of course, a VERGIL DLC seemed like a shoo-in, and people were obviously upset when that wasn't a thing, despite Capcom specifically stating multiple times that it wasn't going to happen. But there have been, extracurricular content, I guess you could say. I mean, we've still got the ongoing Visions of V DMC prequel manga. Only a month ago, Devil May Cry 5's awesome soundtrack got a physical release in the form of vinyl and CD. You of course have got plenty of new figures that are being created, and some of them aren't even out yet. And of course we've got the DMC anime to look forward to, so it's not like Capcom are doing nothing and sitting on their hands. There are some things going on in the background that you may or may not be a fan of, but it's not like Capcom are just letting the series falter after its big mainstream revival. And who knows? Maybe the data-mined playable VERGIL may actually end up being a precursor to a special edition that is in the works, but that's just wishful thinking and that remains to be seen. But regardless, I wanted to end this video off on a positive note, because whilst there may be some sort of radio silence on Capcom's end in regards to what they're doing with the series, there are things here and there that point to a more bright future for DMC if you look hard enough. But if all of that is not enough to satiate your hunger, your thirst for new Devil May Cry content, and you own a PC that is capable of playing Devil May Cry 5, I would highly recommend you guys check out the Community Edition mods for Devil May Cry 5. The game plays entirely different and should be able to scratch that Devil May Cry itch until Capcom brings something else out. So with all of that said and done, I'm going to leave this video off here. If you enjoyed it, do be sure to give it a like and subscribe to stay up to date with all of the channel's content. It has been me, DevilNeverCry. I would like to thank all of you for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next video.